What's up, BC Gang? It's your girl, and I'm back with another video. Before this video gets started, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. BC Gang all day. If you didn't know, now you know. And make sure you guys hit that notification bell so that you can be posted every time I post a video. Duh. And yeah, by the title below, you guys can already see that today we're doing 10 tips that are the 10 tips that's gonna help you guys when starting a business. For those of you guys that don't know, I have officially started my business. LALALADDY LLC is officially open for business. Beauty, photography, lifestyle, and more is everything that comes with my business. Underneath my business, I created a cosmetic line called BECUTE Cosmetics, and I'm super excited to announce that we have officially launched that business. Right now, the website is down because I'm doing a couple little tweaks, so make sure you guys sign up to our mailing list so that you guys can be posted when we launch back up and you guys can see everything that's going on. But let me show you guys a little snippet of what's available on my website. Yes, so I'm super excited. Everything on launch day went amazing, and yeah, like I said, there's just a couple things that need to be taken care of, and I just want to make sure I do that behind the scenes. And as soon as all that is taken care of, we will be back up and running like nothing. So before we get started into these 10 tips, I just want to let you guys know real quick, I have things like this. Isn't this so cute? So this is like a little lash and a lip gloss. This is what my packaging looks like and stuff like that. I sell necklaces and lip gloss, lashes, etc, etc. So yeah, let me stop rambling. Make sure you guys go to LALALADDY.com, sign up for our mailing list so that you guys can be posted when we launch back up and you can buy yourself some products. Okay, so we all know that starting a business is not easy, and I decided to create this entrepreneur series. So this is episode 1 of my Mom Boss series, where I'm going to be teaching you guys or giving you guys a couple tips about starting a business. I'll show you guys the behind the scenes about how I started a business. If you guys have any questions, comments, or anything like that, make sure you guys leave it down below, so any other video I can make like a part 2 or something like that. This is just something that I decided to do. I wanted to share my ideas with everybody instead of like charging people for it or only talking to certain people about it. A lot of people have been asking me questions, so I decided to make this series for you guys. So tip number 1, and pretty much the most important tip that you will need, and it's you need a notebook. So this is the notebook that I use, and currently I am using it to tell you guys these tips. So yeah, you need a notebook, a journal, anything that you can use to kind of write down what you guys plan to be doing. I have this notebook, and then I also have a binder that I use to, you know, write down things that I need to write down. In the binder I have like my slips and stuff like that for when I do orders. And yeah, so a notebook is very, very important. You're gonna need to write down a lot of things. Personally, I have a little like vision board in my notebook, so you know, it just keeps me up to date with things that I need to focus on, what my vision is, make sure my priorities is straight. And then, you know, you always want to make sure you write down, you know, important things that have to do with the business and things of that nature, so when you are stuck and you need help, you can go back to your notes. So that's always important. And with that being said, make sure you grab your notebook right now so that you can get these gems, because this series is going to give you guys a lot of good tips, things that help me throughout my business journey. And like I said, I'm bringing you guys with me throughout everything. So tip number 2, so the second thing that I think is very important and something that you guys need to know is that you're gonna need money. Okay, flat out, I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it for you. You're gonna need money. A lot of people always have videos, and I've seen a lot of videos myself when I go do my research, that say, oh, how to start a business with no money, how to start a business with this, how to start a business. You need money. I would say a good place to start would probably be like $100. I would say that would be like, excuse me, I would say that would be like a good number to start at, because you don't need a lot of fancy things. You really just need to have your product, whatever your product is that you're trying to sell. As long as you have that available, make sure you have the money to be able to pay for that product. So I was doing research and I connected with somebody, and she basically told me, if you don't have $60, how you gonna manage 6 figures? You know what I'm saying? If you can't manage $100 and figure out what you need to do with that $100, then you're not gonna be able to manage more money and inventory and things like that. So keep that in mind. Another thing that I think is very important when trying to start a business is to have a plan. You need to be able to know what you're doing. Not only what you're doing, but what your product is, who you're trying to sell it to, what area do they live in, are you trying to sell to adults or kids or both, what age are they, things like that. You need to know what it is that you want to do. You have to have a vision and a plan. That's where your notebook comes in. You literally need to sit there and brainstorm what are things that you're interested in. And you got to think about it too. You can't try to sell or do a service and it's not something that you're interested in or not something that you provide. Like for example, me, I sell jewelry, lip glosses and things like that. That's something that I like. I'm in the beauty industry. I like doing makeup and I'm into stuff like that. So that's why I chose the field that I chose. So if beauty is not something that you're into, don't start it. Like literally lip gloss making, all that stuff that comes into it is really a lot. So if that's not something that you're into, don't just do it. A lot of people tell me like, oh, you know, I want to support your side hustle. This is your side hustle. This is how you get your money. To you, it could be a side hustle, but for me, this is a business, and this is, you know, this is what I want to be doing for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? So that's where you need to put your head at. That's where you need to put your vision at, because at the end of the day, you're your biggest supporter. Even when those numbers aren't coming, even when you're not getting the shares or the likes or selling the products, at the end of the day, it's your business and you need to be happy with it. You know what I'm saying? You need to have that plan. All right, so another thing that I think is very important, and if you've been taking notes, we're on step 4 or tip number 4 that I think is very important when starting a business, is buying things in bulk or buying things in more than a pack of like 5 or 6. Like I said, if this is a business and this is something that you want to do for a long time, just having 6 items or 6 products to sell is not going to be enough. You're not going to be able to figure out what your profit is. You're not going to be able to figure out how much you're spending on that product and things like that. You definitely want to make sure that you're buying things of like 10, 20 and more to make sure that you're calculating things the right way. Buying in bulk is also connected with like finding vendors and things like that. I'm definitely going to leave that for another video. So if you're interested in talking about vendors and things like that, make sure you guys comment down below so I can put that in the video. And also things that come in bulk or things that come in a lot of items in one package allows for you to save money as well. Usually things that come with more items is cheaper than something that is smaller. With that being said, this kind of jumps to my next tip, which is when starting a business, you got to use what you have. And I found that Amazon was my best friend throughout my startup process. Able to use Amazon for a lot of things. I got Amazon Prime free for 30 days, and I'm gonna check to make sure what Amazon is normally. I think it's like $12.99, $13.99 or something like that, but I was able to get my products right away within 2 to 3 business days or so. And like I said, I got things that were in bulk, and obviously I'm not gonna use Amazon for everything, but it's in the US and it's easy for me to get certain products or like packaging and things like that. So definitely don't sleep on Amazon, and make sure you guys go to Amazon when you guys are trying to look for your products or certain items, tubes, packaging, mailing slips, things like that. Amazon is definitely your best friend when you're starting a business. But that was tip number 5, and we halfway there, so make sure you guys are taking these notes. Like, these is gems right here. Like, I'm not playing with y'all. I'm trying to give y'all everything that, you know, basically helped me on this journey. So let's go to number 6. So we're gonna talk about tip number 6 right now, and this is gonna be like a connection with having a plan and things like that. And it's basically knowing your brand. Not only do you need to know what your product is and who you're trying to sell to and things like that, but you need to figure out what your brand is. What is it that you're trying to do? What is your goal with this business? And branding, not only do you have to think about your goal and your plan, but you also have to think about like your colors, your theme. Like, you got to think about all that stuff. And that's very important, because that all comes to like promotion and how you post your stuff online. Like having colors and having a theme, people like that stuff. People like to see consistency with your products, your page layout, stuff like that, like down to the T. That's just something that you need to think about. Like it's not gonna happen from one day to another. You're gonna have a lot of brainstorming days, and days that you're sitting down with your notebook and writing down things that you like and things that you want to do and stuff like that, because branding is definitely going to help you sell your products. Sometimes the product speaks for itself, but you need to be able to get your product out there for people to be able to know that your product is popping. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's gonna do it like you. So another tip that I wanted to add in here, this is number 7, and it was something that I had a little bit of trouble with, because I'm the type of person that I'm like, oh, that's so cute, or oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, da, 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 da. No, don't waste unnecessary money, okay? Don't buy things that you don't need to be buying. Don't spend money on things that look cute, or things that, you know, if it's something that's gonna make your business look nicer or is gonna help you promote the business, by all means buy it. But don't buy 3 different, I don't know, y'all know what I'm trying to say. Don't buy a bunch of stuff that you don't need, you know. Also, connecting to, don't spend money when you don't need it. You don't need a website. You don't need a website, especially if you're just starting out and you're trying to get a feel for it. It's your side hustle right now. You don't need to spend money on getting a website. There are websites that you can try out. Excuse me. There are websites that you can try out for free. I know Wix has a 30-day trial. I think Shopify has a 14-day trial or something like that. So there are websites that you can do for free. But if you have an Instagram, if you have a Facebook, if you have an iPhone or a smartphone, you'll be able to share and promote your item and sell your product without having a website. So a very important thing that you guys need to be doing is doing your research, okay? Take your time. This is very important. Like people ask me all the time, how do you do this, how do you do that, where did you come up with this, who did help you do that? First of all, the same questions that you're asking, I ask myself. The same questions that you're coming to me asking me, oh, how did you do this, oh, how did you get your picture to show up like this, I had to figure that out. You know what I'm saying? I had to go to Google. Google is your best friend. You know what I'm saying? I had to go on Google and search up all these things. How to find a vendor, how to pick your theme, how to, you know, go to, you know, just use your resources. You know, use Google, talk to your friends, ask people like, oh, do you think I should do this? You know, take constructive criticism. Obviously, don't listen to everybody, because at the end of the day, you have your own vision and you know what you're trying to do. But as far as like starting a business and things like that, you really want to take your time. It took me about 2.5 3 months, and with this little break that I'm doing, probably an extra 2 months, to basically get everything together. You want to be as professional as possible, the same way that Fashion Nova and, you know, Old Navy and all these places are nice and professional. You can be the same way. Just because you're starting out doesn't mean that, you know, you can't be popping. You feel me? So just take your time, connect with people that you need to connect with. There's a bunch of people that I have researched and I have looked towards to start my business and things like that. I'm gonna put all of them down below. These ladies have helped me throughout this journey so much. Don't be afraid to reach out. Even if you think, oh, this person has 1,000 followers, oh, this person has 10K, they're not gonna notice me. If you keep, you know, liking their pictures, sharing their stuff, trying to inbox them and stuff, they're gonna reach out to you. A lot of people have their email as well. You could definitely reach out to people, ask them some questions. Don't be spamming them like, oh, can you help me, I'm trying to start a business. Take it slow, take your time, and do your research, okay? 2 more tips, okay? 2 more tips, and then y'all can stop watching, okay? So you have to make sure you keep all your receipts, whether it's something that you buy for shipping, whether it's something that you buy to do a photo shoot or something. Just make sure you keep all your receipts, because later on when it's time to file taxes or things of that nature, you want to make sure that you have all your expenses. Later on, I'm gonna get into another video. Comment down below if you're interested, but I'll talk about like LLCs and trademarking and vendor's license and all that stuff in a different video. But It's not something that you need right away when you start, but like I said, if you're not trying to have your business as a side hustle forever, you definitely want to look into that. And that's why keeping your receipts for any purchase that you make is very important. My last tip for you guys, my last word of advice when starting a business is going to be to be patient. Okay, this is not going to happen from one day to another. You're not going to just blow up and have $1 million and sell 1 million products. You know what I'm saying? You got to take your time and be patient with yourself. There's going to be days that's going to be rough. There's going to be days that you're not going to want to get up and do the work or whatever the case is, but you got to make sure that you get up. At the end of the day, you're your biggest supporter, and your business is only going to go as far as the energy that you put into it. Take all these tips, write down in your notebook everything that you're planning on doing. This is not specific to a lip gloss business or a lash business or cosmetic at all. The rest of the videos is going to be a little bit more tailored to that, because I'm showing you guys the behind the scenes with my business. But you're more than welcome to comment down below any questions you have. I'll make another video about it. Like I said, this is a brand new series on my channel, the Mom Boss series, where I'm gonna basically show you guys all the behind the scenes on starting a business and bring you guys with me on the journey. Like I said, my website is also down below. Make sure you guys sign up for our mailing list if you're interested in buying any of the products that I sell. And yeah, I'm super excited for this journey. If you haven't already, make sure you guys check out my most recent video. I posted some behind the scenes of some photography and visuals that I was doing. If you guys don't know, I am a photographer, and that's what my business consists of. Like I said, beauty, photography, lifestyle, and more. So I'm gonna bring everybody along with me. Make sure you guys check out all my links down below for my social media, so that you guys can be posted anytime that I'm not on YouTube. My social media is also on the screen, one of these, wherever I chose to put it, but it's gonna be on the screen, and you guys can check out everything from pictures that I do, visuals, whatever is not on YouTube, and things like that. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching and supporting. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. We're on the road to 1K. You already know. At 500, I'm gonna have a giveaway, so make sure you guys check the description down below and figure out how you can win. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Seriously, thank you guys so much for watching. BC Gang all day, you already know. And if you don't know, subscribe. Okay, BC Gang, I'm out. See you guys on the next one. Bye.